How dehydration shuts down your body. Hour by hour. You're an hour into your day, feeling totally fine. But what if, deep inside, a silent emergency was already starting? You might not feel thirsty, but your blood could be starting to thicken and your brain could be slowing down. It's a scary thought that over the next day, a lack of water could trigger a cascade of organ failure, shutting your body down, system by system. This is what can happen when you don't drink enough water. Your body is an incredible machine, made of up to 60% water. Some organs have even more. Your brain and heart are about 73% water, and your lungs are a whopping 83%. This fluid isn't just filler. It's the solvent for every chemical reaction, the delivery truck for nutrients, and the coolant that keeps you from overheating. When you lose more fluid than you take in, this whole system starts to break down, and it doesn't take a marathon or being stranded in the desert. For many of us, it can start quietly at a desk or on the couch just by forgetting to drink. So, let's walk through a hypothetical timeline to see how the damage can unfold, stage by stage. Just remember, how fast this happens varies wildly depending on heat, your activity level, and your health. The first stage of dehydration is sneaky because you might not notice a thing. This is considered mild dehydration, where you've lost about 1–2% of your body's water. You might not even feel thirsty yet because the thirst signal doesn't always kick in right away. But inside, your body is already taking action. It flips on its water conservation mode. The kidneys get the first memo and start reabsorbing more water, which makes your urine a bit more concentrated to minimize water loss. At the same time, your blood volume can subtly decrease. Think of it like a river in a dry spell. The water level drops and what's left becomes thicker. This forces your heart to work just a little bit harder to pump that thicker blood around. The first organ to really feel this is your brain. Since it's about 73% water, it's super sensitive to fluid imbalances. With just a 1–2% water loss, things like concentration, alertness, and short-term memory can start to dip. That slight brain fog or fatigue you might brush off as a bad night's sleep. It could actually be your brain's first quiet plea for water. This stage is mild and easy to fix, but it sets the scene for a much steeper decline if you ignore it. Stage 2. The body complains. 3–5% body water loss. As you move into moderate dehydration, your body's quiet signals become loud complaints. The symptoms are now pretty hard to ignore. That hint of thirst from earlier becomes a nagging dryness in your mouth. Your body is done asking politely and is now demanding water. This is where you can use a simple, real-time diagnostic tool, the pee test. If you go to the bathroom, you'll likely notice your urine is a deep yellow or even amber color. That's a clear sign your kidneys are in overdrive, desperately trying to hang on to every last drop of fluid. You'll also be urinating less frequently. The faint throb you might have felt earlier can develop into a classic dehydration headache. This can happen because your brain literally shrinks a bit from fluid loss, pulling away from the skull and putting pressure on the surrounding nerves. Fatigue is no longer subtle. It's a heavy exhaustion that makes simple tasks feel huge. You might also feel irritable or anxious as your body copes with the internal stress. Physically, your performance tanks. If you tried to exercise, your muscle endurance and power would be way down. The lower blood volume means your heart rate is noticeably higher as it struggles to deliver oxygen. You'd also overheat much faster because you can't sweat as efficiently to cool down. Your body is now in a clear state of distress, sacrificing comfort to conserve its most precious resource. Pushing into a loss of 6–9% of your body's water moves you from discomfort into significant physiological strain. Your body's attempts to compensate are starting to fail, and the pressure on your vital organs is becoming serious. Your cardiovascular system is under immense stress. Your blood is now much thicker, and your heart is beating rapidly to keep your blood pressure up, which may start to drop, especially when you stand. This can cause intense dizziness and lightheadedness. This is also where electrolyte imbalances get critical. Electrolytes like sodium and potassium are vital for nerve signals and muscle function, and when they're out of whack, you can get painful muscle cramps. Your skin may also lose its elasticity. If you pinch it, it might return to its normal position very slowly, a classic sign of significant fluid loss called poor skin turgor. Your kidneys are now under serious strain. They aren't getting the blood flow they need to function properly, a state that, if it goes on for too long, can lead to damage. You're probably urinating very little, if at all. Nausea can set in as your body struggles with the toxic byproducts that your kidneys can't filter out anymore. Cognitive effects also get worse, leading to confusion and trouble thinking clearly. At this point, you are well past just feeling bad. Your core systems are actively struggling. Once you lose 10% or more of your body's water, you are in a medical danger zone. This is severe dehydration, and the symptoms are extreme and potentially life-threatening. The weakness and fatigue can become so profound that you might not be able to stand or move. Confusion can escalate into delirium. The brain, starved of adequate blood flow and shrinking from the lack of water, starts to malfunction badly. Your heart rate will be very rapid, but your pulse may feel weak. Your blood pressure is dangerously low. In a last-ditch effort to protect your core temperature, your skin might feel cool and clammy, especially your hands and feet. This is where the body's survival mode kicks into high gear. To protect the most vital organs, the brain and heart, your circulatory system slashes blood flow to less critical areas like the skin, gut, and even the kidneys. While this is a necessary survival tactic, it comes at a huge cost. Your kidneys may begin to shut down from the lack of blood supply, a condition called acute kidney injury. Urination will likely stop completely, a dire sign that your body can no longer remove toxic waste from your blood. Without immediate medical help, like intravenous fluids, the body is on a path toward total system collapse. If someone goes without any water for more than 24 hours, especially in harsh conditions, their body enters the final, terminal phase. It's important to know that death from total water deprivation usually takes about 3 days, not just one, but the irreversible cascade of organ failure starts here. The symptoms that were severe before now become catastrophic. The kidneys, starved of blood, will likely fail completely. Without the ability to filter blood, toxins build up fast, leading to widespread organ damage. The cardiovascular system, unable to handle the thick, low-volume blood, will eventually collapse. This can lead to shock, where blood pressure plummets to a level that can't sustain life, or a fatal heart arrhythmia as electrolyte imbalances throw off the heart's rhythm. Neurologically, the situation is grim. Severe delirium can progress to seizures, loss of consciousness, and finally, coma. The body loses its ability to regulate its own temperature, leading to either dangerous overheating or hypothermia. This multi-organ failure is the terrifying, inevitable conclusion of a body deprived of its most essential element, a domino effect started by simply not drinking enough water. As scary as this all sounds, the good news is that most cases of dehydration are preventable and fixable, especially if you catch them early. If you're feeling mild symptoms, thirst, a slight headache, or fatigue, the solution is simple. Drink some water. You can start to feel better in as little as 5 to 10 minutes as your body absorbs the fluid. For moderate dehydration with symptoms like dark urine and dizziness, water alone might not cut it. At this stage, you've lost important electrolytes. An oral rehydration solution or a sports drink with sodium and potassium can help restore that balance more effectively. The key is to sip slowly. Chugging fluids can sometimes shock your system and make you feel sick. Severe dehydration is a medical emergency. Once you're at the point of confusion, extreme weakness, or can't keep fluids down, you need professional help right away. Treatment will involve intravenous, IV fluids to get water and electrolytes directly into your bloodstream for the fastest possible rehydration. Of course, prevention is the best medicine. The U.S. National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine suggests a general daily fluid intake of about 3.7 liters, 15.5 cups, for men and 2.7 liters, 11.5 cups, for women. Remember, this includes all fluids from drinks and food, since many fruits and veggies are packed with water. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. By then, the process has already started. Make hydration a conscious part of your day. Carry a water bottle with you. Set a reminder on your phone. Start your morning with a big glass of water. The power to stop this entire devastating process is in your hands. If you got something out of this, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how your body works. And most importantly, share this video with someone you care about. It could be a friend who works out, an older family member, or anyone who might not realize how fast dehydration can sneak up on them. You could be saving them from more than just a headache. From a silent warning to a total system collapse, dehydration is a relentless process. We've seen how a simple lack of water can force the heart to strain, the brain to slow, and the kidneys to struggle until the entire body starts to shut down. But the most important thing to remember is that you're in control. Understanding these stages gives you the power to spot the signs and step in long before things get serious. Every single cell in your body is counting on you. So, do yourself a favor. Go drink a glass of water. It's the simplest, most powerful thing you can do for your health right now.